Well, good afternoon to you, Valene. Good afternoon to all the viewers. And Sigoblawa.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And of course, we've got former Highlanders player, a man who won some great trophies and has great memories. And he has played on this ground and made it his home. His name is Mkokeli Tube Setul.
Great day, good day for everyone. We'd like to welcome the fans to Babafil Stadium. Bobulawa, like Dalu said, it's going to be an exciting match for both these teams.
Indeed, an exciting match. It is match day 6 of the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. Yesterday, we saw some big results, Dalu, coming through. ZPC Kariba, bearing Kwekwe United, their team in real trouble. I know it's early days yet, but 5-0. This is their biggest second loss in the season so far.
Yeah, definitely. Remember yesterday we spoke about this one. We said Kariba needed to start picking up points. You know, they are perennial, draw specialists, and it is quite difficult for them to win. But for this season, I think they are quite promising, and a big win for Kwekwe. Against Kwekwe United, and we expect them to really keep the momentum, because they really need to pick up points early so that they don't struggle in the middle of the league.
And a big one for your former teammate, Joy Lupasa. They had Simba Bora 4-1 against Manica Diamonds, who everyone is starting as contenders for the championship.
You know, it's really good to see his team coming back, you know. With the start of the season when he was struggling, sometimes it's hard for coaches when they come in, they need to bring their philosophy to the team, and now it's starting to show. I'm happy for Joel to be getting those wins now, and it gives him a confidence as well as a coach. You know, it's his first time being head coach in the Premier League, and getting those wins, it will boost him so much.
And of course, Dalu, Pikita Minerals finally getting it right. At home, away from home, nonetheless, against the team that is supposed to be at home and getting a victory, 2-1, and doesn't look good for the doctor of football, Luke Masomere.
Yeah, definitely. And derbies are always a problem. Derbies are always a problem. And look, Pikita Minerals, they've got a very young squad. And to be pretty honest with you, I thought they were going to pull through, like I said yesterday. Luke Masomere is really struggling. Just one win and a couple of, one draw, I think, and losses all the way. So he really needs to pick that one up and really try and get results coming, because I think alarm bells are now starting to ring in Triangle.
Indeed, we did see the dressing room flood there of the Highlanders dressing room. Kokeli, let's talk about this one before we get into this one. Scotland being held, or is it Yada making sure that Scotland don't get maximum points? 3 draw, 1-0 in that one. Big surprise?
Not a big surprise for me. The honeymoon phase is getting over for Scotland. They came in, they brought a lot of fans coming to the stadium, and now if you look at it, it's going to take a while for them to gel. It's a new team altogether. They have a great coach, but now the honeymoon phase is over. They need to start getting points.
Indeed, the honeymoon phase is over for Maviravira as well. They must be picking up points. And another big one, great concern for you. The team from the southern region, chicken in, struggling. Today, they desperately need 3 points against Dynamos, who haven't been very convincing to start the season as well.
Yeah, well, look, I worked at Chicken Inn before, and Chicken Inn is one of the strong contenders in the league. And look, under their belt, they've got 1 championship. And under the same coach, Joey Antipas. But I think this year they made a big mistake in terms of recruitment. And look, I hope they do pick up at least a point in Harare.
Indeed, as we see the arrival of Caps United as well this afternoon. And of course, it's going to be blood and thunder game. And it's been mind games to start this one. And we haven't been short of those. And I guess it plays to Kokeli. You can tell us about this. You have played the game. You know how it works, what it does for the players. You know when you come in and of course the tactics and the talking in the dressing room and playing those mind games as well. How crucial and important is this in our game?
It is really crucial. Especially looking at where Caps is at right now, they need to make sure they have the morale. They need to make sure every one of the players that are in there, they have the zeal to win today. Looking at where they are right now, I think it goes in the players' heads too, because now you're coming to Babafil Stadium with the magnitude of fans that are coming in BF these days. They need to be really strong by just making sure that everyone is in sync to what the game plan is from the coach. I feel this team today, they need everything.
does it really work in football from a psychological point of view? I'll come to you as a coach and somebody who does work with the psyche of the players. Does it really work, to get the kind of upper end before the match starts?
Yeah, to some extent, it depends on the work that you have done pre-season. If you really drill your team psychologically, it won't work. It doesn't really work. But if you don't do the psychology part during the pre-season, definitely some anxiety and some fear is going to come in. And we saw it, Caps United versus Tel One. They were a bit shaken off by the situation. But look, for me, I think it's just mind games. Just mind games.
It doesn't want to imbashto yasebenza eboreni uyala uthi hayi babopha lama player lapha ugcina uzokusiba nzima ukuthi bedlale kanjani. But let's look at the natural part of the game. Kokeli, let's start with Caps United. They're desperate for a victory today, and of course they've been creating chances. They haven't been scoring nonetheless.
Yeah, I believe they just scored 1 goal till now, and it shows with the change that they've done today. They've made 4 changes today with Hastings coming in, Benyu coming in as well. They brought in Mbolo up front. They brought in the midfielder Love. I feel like with the kind of formation they are putting today, they are looking for goals. They brought in a lot of quality midfielders. You have Shandira as well. This is a strong Caps United team. I think they just need to start on a high note. If they get that first goal, you'll see everything will flow for them.
And of course, Tali, you can carry Caps United. Lois Tembe is the man under pressure. We saw what happened at Rufaro Stadium soon after that defeat as well. And he's the man under pressure. The fans were paying for his blood, asking him to step down and so forth. What's your take on that? And how much of a pressure does it come to a coach? And for him to make the turnaround now, yes, it's only game week 6.
Definitely under pressure. Even if you look at him, yes, he looks calm, but I can assure you he's boiling inside because he really needs to pick 3 points, not only one. Mm-hmm. He needs to pick up 3 points, and like Mkokeli has said, he has just scored 1 goal, so he really needs to show that probably his forwards can score goals. But the biggest challenge that they have, that I've highlighted before, is they don't have that number 9. And in the box, you need that number 9 with balance, with good technique. And I'm really sure they're going to struggle putting that ball behind the net. Let's hope Molo is going to just give them that. But I don't really see them scoring much.
Well, that's where we are, the home of football, right here in the city of Flower, the city of kings and queens. And of course, it's happening in Namhla. Ziyadibana Lapa, the Highlanders, idlala iqembu le Caps United. Now, Talu, coming back to you again, let's look at Highlanders. Kevin Kayindu, he has had a challenge with the goalkeepers, and today, a big surprise. It brings in a young goalkeeper who did well at the death of last season, and he comes in, gets his chance. Even last year, he performed to the extent that the national team selectors were looking at him.
Ruad Musa, what a goalkeeper, what a goalkeeper. I was fortunate to work with him at Bulawayo City Council, and then he was the first choice. And look, he has got a very good save of hands, and he's a good player of the ball. So yes, he might be choice number 3 at Highlanders, but he can go and start in any other team. And look, I think he's a quite capable goalkeeper. So, well, goalkeeping errors, I sincerely hope that is not going to make one, because this is his first match, I think, this season. And last season he really finished strongly. And look, he's quite a good goalkeeper.
Kokeli, we know the importance of a goalkeeper in a game situation, and we can't speak less about Highlanders. We've seen how they've conceded this time around, as you see him in pictures there. And you look at the mistake that Errol Spanda did against Triangle. Look at PTC against Moores. And now here's a third choice coming in. Should grab the opportunity by both ends.
Yeah, you look at Ruad. I believe he should be number 1 right now. With his experience from Bulawayo City, I've seen him play in the developmental side. This is one quality goalkeeper. Sometimes you need a chance like this to come and show up and grab the position. Looking at the mistakes from other goalkeepers, if you come in today and keep a clean sheet, then now it's a starting point for him. And I wish him all the best today. He looks like a young goalkeeper, but he's been there in the game. And he needs all the support from the fans, because these guys, if they give you the support, it's easy for you to play for Highlanders.
And how crucial is that support? Because as a player, sometimes, there's a time when players have their shoulders down, when a mistake or a ball of nerves gets to you, and you make that first mistake. How do you recover from that?
This is a huge crowd. And if you look back in the day, juniors used to play here for Highlanders. Mm-hmm. So you get used to it playing here when you're young. But now it's difficult we don't even have reserve games playing. So it's difficult for a young player coming into the system to come and just play with 30,000 fans watching you. You could tell last game when Scotland was playing Highlanders, a lot of players were having nerves just because of that scenario.
Did we notice that as well? Yeah. And of course, how much of pressure does the crowd? Because Highlanders is always filled to the brim. And what do you say to the players with what Mkokali is saying? To some have never played in front of 30,000 or 25,000 crowd. And this is a place, it's always filled to the brim, both for the home team and for the opposition.
Yeah, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So keep it simple. Just play two touch in the first 15, 20 minutes until you acclimatize. As soon as you get the rhythm right, as soon as you get the nerves okay, then you can play your normal game. But the beginning first 10, 15 minutes, just keep it as simple as possible. Just play basic football.
Highlanders have been known to concede late goals this season. It speaks to maybe concentration levels or lapse in concentration. How does Kaindu deal with this?
Yeah, basically, I think the underlying factor is fitness. Are they match fit? Because when you're not match fit, in the last 15 or 10 minutes of the game, you usually lose concentration. So it's very important for them to be that fit. But now we are going to almost game 6, and I think those fitness levels are supposed to be much better now.
Indeed, it's a great expectation. Now, let's look at Caps United, Mkokeli, with the way they want to play. It looks like they've congested the midfield. They've taken out their captain, Eric Manokore, out of this one. And I'm sure it's a knocker when you get to make a decision to take out your captain, make him sit out. And rumor has it that Phineas Bamusi might be the one taking over the armband as well from Eric Manokore, because maybe he hasn't really shown, the leadership in the field of play nonetheless.
Yeah, but if you look at Caps United, there's nothing short of leadership. You're talking of Shandiro as a leader on his own. Rodwell Shijakatera is a leader. You have Bambusi as a leader. He's been there for so long.
It's the longest seven.
So now coming in, giving him the armband, it will give him a great boost of confidence as well. You know how tricky Bamusi is with the armband on his hand. I bet today he's going to give Caps an edge over Highlanders.
Indeed. And how do you tell a player that today you are the one carrying the soldiers? You are the one, because we saw against Tel1 when they conceded that goal, their shoulders went down, they were shouting at each other, they were bickering. And of course, I think that's the other thing that Manoko couldn't control. How do you do that? How do you tell, you as a coach, to tell the players that when you concede a goal, tough luck, let's move on, we can get back into this one?
Yeah, you see the coming in of the armband for a senior player. He's seen it all. He has experienced a lot of losses. He has experienced a lot of wins. He has experienced a lot of draws. So there's nothing really new for him. But for a young player, yes, it might be a bit heavy for them. But look, I think the easiest thing is when you're in trouble, keep it as simple as possible. And you'll always find your footing later when there's stability. But I think for Manokore, yes, I think it was a rash decision. Why not talk to him and really show him his shortcomings, if he has any, so that you give him a chance to improve? Yes, I think the previous game versus Ngezi Platinum, he didn't really play well. He wasn't really tracking back to come and give cover to the centre backs, and at times even tracking the winger with him. But I feel under pressure, don't make too many changes, because the dynamics then are just too many to try and control.
Kokali, let's look at how Lois Tembo is set up on his side. What is the intention here? Is it getting a draw, or is going for an outright win, or has it been conservative, has tried to starve? What is the strategy here, looking at that team that he has put today?
Looking at that team, it looks like he's going to play back three at the back with Manire in the middle. So the midfield is really congested. I feel those guys in the midfield, they're all ball players. I feel he's coming here at BF. The field is huge. If you bring a lot of midfielders in the middle, playing the ball with the quality of players that he has in the midfield, I feel he's going to get an edge over Highlanders. Because if you're looking at Highlanders as well, in the midfield there are few players. So he kind of realized that.
Indeed, and of course right now, let's get to hear from the coaches themselves before we ask a coach that we have here, and we hear what they say, what the permutation is, what changes did they make, and we start with Kevin Kayindu, the Highlanders coach, thereafter Lloyd Chitembwe, the Caps United coach.
It's a big game. It has always been a big game, and we anticipate and hopefully expecting that the fans will probably get what they are expecting. We made 3 changes in the team that played in the last game. There are 2 changes in our defense. We've changed the goalkeeper. We have also brought in a young player that is coming from our Boso 90. We just hope what he has been showing that even today is able to give us and probably deliver. Coming to the tactics, I feel it's going to be an open game. Caps United has not done well in the last 2 games, so definitely they are not going to sit back. They'll probably push for a draw and probably push for a victory. That is going to allow the game to flow, and nobody's going to sit down and probably start defending.
Yeah, I think very, very important indeed, and considering the fact that it's a game that is coming after a loss against Ngezi. So it's absolutely important, and Caps team is the club is all about winning matches, and it's the reason why we are here. Obviously, trying to change our fortunes of late. We haven't been doing well, and we're fully aware of the task that's ahead of us. And it's but one thing about everything is doable. It's something that we can obviously do, try and improve on our fortunes.
Indeed, and you've heard there from Lloyd Chitembwe as well. But let's talk about Kayindu, how he has set up his side, and the pressure that comes with getting all maximum points here at Baba, especially against these big teams.
Yeah, look, this is a test of character and a litmus test for them, and he needs to get those points. And believe me, these kind of changes that he has made, especially for Reward coming in, he wants to really put that stability in the goals. And look, we hear Andrew Mbeba is not going to play this fixture because of an injury, and they bring in Lakmo from their development side. And look, I think Highlanders has got a chance if they are not going to play in the middle of the park, because Caps United have so many ball players in the middle of the park. They have to use channels and bring in those crosses. But guess what? That is the style that Kayindu uses. But I think what needs to happen is those who are going to play on the wings, they need to come in and really track those midfielders, because if they fail to do that, they will be punished.
A quick prediction for you? Put your head on the block. Tough one.
I'm gonna get to 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
Tadu?
Look, I'll give this to Highlanders.
All right, so there you have it, the fans. We are ready. I'm sure you are ready as well for this epic encounter. It doesn't get any better than this. Without much further ado, let's cross over to our match commentator, Sibongumusa Dlodlo Umpangazita, as he gives us live commentary.
I'm saying nothing. So as I take over, what I just be talking about anything.
So it's a good afternoon, soccer fans across Zimbabwe and beyond. Welcome to Barberfield Stadium, the fortress of dreams, where 2 giants of Zimbabwean football are about to lock horns in what promises to be another explosive encounter. It's Highlanders versus Caps United. Chilamoya Boso taking on Makepekepe, the Green Machine, a rivalry that needs no introduction. Let's get the national anthems as we will be talking more about this match. So today, Baba Fields is buzzing with anticipation. The Bosso faithfuls are out in full voice, while the Green Machine has arrived and traveled in numbers, hoping to silence the home crowd as the formalities are being done there for the two sides. Let me introduce my match analyst. Well, he doesn't need so much of an introduction. He was a deadly striker during his days. Mkokeli, Mshoza Dube. Mkokeli, an exciting match that we have lined up because these are two sides that don't sit back whenever they play. It's always attack after attack.
Good afternoon, fans and viewers. This is going to be an exciting match. Looking at both teams with pressure. If you look at the Highlanders, they need to start winning games at home. And if you look at KFC United, they've been struggling, scoring one goal. And if you look at the change that have been made today, it's a lot of midfielders, ball-playing midfielders, with Benyu coming, Love coming in. It's going to be an exciting match today.
An exciting match that we are looking forward to as the center official. That is Lawrence Zimondi conducting that toss with the two captains. The home side, Melikaya Nube, as well as Phineas Bamusi for Caps United. The centerman, like I highlighted, is Lawrence Zimondi, assisted by Tafadzwa Nkala, and the second assistant is Polita Dube, while the fourth official is Tembinkosi Sibanda. So it's a couple of changes, a few changes from the home side. Highlanders, they made a few changes. Kokeli, maybe let's go through those changes. One of those notable ones being Ariel Sibanda, Kosti Blanda in their last encounter against Triangle, and he has been changed, replaced by Reward Musa.
Yeah, a change that's really needed to happen. If you look at the past few games for Highlanders, there's been mistakes from all the goalkeepers. If you look at the mistake that Ariel made, look at the mistake that the other goalkeeper made. It's really sad for Highlanders. I feel that's why they made a change. They put in Reward Musa, a really experienced goalkeeper, having played for the Dimamanda side, playing for Bulawayo City, and now today given a chance to come in and play. This is going to be a really important game for him. If he steps up, maybe that number one spot becomes his.
True that, and as we just saw the team sheet for Caps United, 3 changes are made by Lloyd Chitembo from the side that lost 2-1 at the hands of the current log leaders Ngezi Platinum Stars. Nyasha Chintuli comes in, so is Hastings Chapusha, Kundai Benyu, and out Bright. And so some of those changes that we have seen, maybe just a confirmation, the changes are Manokore, Eric Manokore, Brian Kadamanja, Jaden Bakari, and Junior Bunjira. Those are the 4 changes that have been made. Incoming Hastings Chapusha, there is Abenyu, and there is also Emmanuel Mbolo as well as Lava. So looks like the two coaches making tactical changes. We expect a game in our hands.
If you look at the changes that were made by Caps United, there are a lot of midfielders. It's looking like to bring in 5 midfielders. All of these midfielders are ball-playing midfielders. They look at BF, a huge field. I feel like Lloyd Chitembe is coming in to have possession of the ball and control the game. With that kind of changes, is under pressure. We mustn't forget that as well. With those kind of changes, I think he believes in the way Cape United plays football, keeping the ball, moving it around, and those changes will surely make a difference.
So coming into this one for Highlanders, it's 3 draws, 1 victory and a loss. While for Cape United, they've recorded 3 draws, 1 win and a draw. It has not been looking good, but if you consider the points, these two sides are just separated by 2 points. Yet in terms of the postings, the L, there are more reds for Cape United as opposed to Highlanders. But just a 2 points difference as we get underway at this moment. Just 2 points separating the two sides, but so much that is expected this afternoon.
Yeah, we're looking at both clubs. both clubs under pressure because of where they are in the log. Caps United like really deep down in the drain. So let's hope today both these teams, they bring so much with the experience that they have. We need one of them to really play well today.
As Highlanders will try to get something right away, but Makepekepe will try to calm things down a little bit, and knowing that they've got enough firepower in the bench, Jaden Bakari as well as Junior Bunjira, who will be brought in a little later on, and I'm sure the same can be said for Highlanders. Makinon Mushore on the bench, as we are seeing there, Caps United breaking loose here. Unnecessary foul there committed, and you get a yellow card in the second minute of the encounter. For a defender, you don't need that.
With the pressure that's already there in the game, you don't need to make those fouls, because at the end of the day, this is Baba Field Stadium. The fans are gonna be on top of you. If Prince keeps on doing that, you might even see a red card, because it's too early to get that yellow card.
Too early to get a yellow card. Quickly taken. Prince Ndlovu makes a welcome return to the starting lineup for Highlanders. Melikaya. Lovely turn from Maninja. Can Rizin Swanda get something from here? And Highlanders have scored! 2 minutes on the board. And Rizin Swanda gives Highlanders fans all the reason to celebrate. He gets his second goal in this current campaign. Beautifully taken. He was very calm about sloppy defending from Caps United. Beautiful finish, good turn from Maninja, and the pass was brilliant, but the finish was exquisite.
What a great goal from Highlanders. You saw the patience coming from Prince Ndlovu, playing back to talent, and one pass to Melikaya, a nice pass to Brighton Maninja, who cleverly chipped the ball on space. And you see why Kaindu brought in a lot of forwards today. And this just that goal, it gets Highlanders to calm their nerves down. And now the pressure mounts again for Caps United.
Pressure mounts for Caps United, and you start to look back at that free kick that was considered by Hastings Chapusha. From there, that's where that goal resulted. And I'm sure that Lloyd Chitembe will not be a happy man. Yellow card, and now you have considered a goal. But they'll try to come back to this one now. Kundai Benyu cannot keep it in play.
Knowing Lloyd Chitembe right now, he must be livid. Because sometimes you need to be calm in situations like this. But you look at it, we mustn't take away what Highlanders did. That was a great move for the goal.
I'm sure, though, he will be telling his boys that we are playing Highlanders who has mastered the art of leading. Remember the last time they played at Rufaro Stadium, Highlanders was leading by 2-0. But come the 90th minute, Caps United won that one by 3-2. And that looks like that streak of starting good and finishing badly has been continuing for them. The same had happened against Herentals. They led by 2-0, ended up drawing 2-2. That was last season. And this season, they've done that once again. Remember the last home match against Scotland? It was a similar situation. As Caps United come forward now. Reward will easily pick that one. Remember, Kelvin Kaindu has had to use all his 3 goalkeepers already with 6 games that we are into. He started with Rafael PTC, a string of mistakes. So Ariel Swander being used in the last encounter against Triangle. And he also made a blunder. Now Reward Musa being given the nods up. Bamosi. That one now will be a corner kick.
I feel like the scenarios you've been talking about, Highlanders conceding late second half. Let's hope today Reward Musa is going to be the lucky charm for Highlanders. He's been given an opportunity to come in and play. You know, with coaches like Kaindu, they will give everyone a chance to play. He just has to take the opportunity and become the #1 keeper for Highlanders.
Shandiro with a cross. It's a beautiful one. That one flicked over by Maninja, doing some defensive duties there. While the Highlanders players are claiming that he did not touch it. Quickly taken corner kick. Headed away once again. Caps United would want to get back to this one quickly. Rabuji. Rizinsibande once again. He beats Bruce Kangwa. Rizinsibande still with the ball to Prince Ndlovu. He could not take that one. But you can start to see a bit of maybe edge catching up with Bruce Kangwa. During his days, he would have beat his marker there for pace.
Yeah, it shows he still got that grit in him. But you know, when edge catches over with you, the heart still wants to play, but the body doesn't allow you to. Let's hope he continues to play and he has a great day today.
That's Bruce Kangwa facing his former paymasters. Manire with a blunder there. Hamoninare had to come to the rescue. Brighton Manire, even in the last encounter, there was a blunder from him. Looks like he's still continuing from where he left. Benyu. Chapusha. An inviting cross! That one should have been tucked in, Kokeli.
That one was a great chance for Mutuza. He should have just controlled the ball and put that in the net. This has been the downfall for Caps United. If you look at it, they have scored only one goal up to now. So it's a worrisome problem for Coach Lloyd Chitembwe.
A problem for Lloyd Chitembwe, as reasons found is being attended to. He's not that kind of a striker that you'd say is a menace in the box. He's a hard worker, and it's showing like today it's working for Highlanders.
He's a hard running striker. He's always going to run for those loose balls. As you saw, he makes good runs, and with the quality of the midfielder that Highlanders have, he should get more goals.
So, if you just joined us, it's Highlanders taking on Caps United Makepekepe. And this stadium has witnessed a number of very exciting encounters between these two sides. And the last time that Caps United were here, they were 2-0 on the receiving end. Highlanders winning that one. And I'm sure that Chilamoya faithfuls who have come in good numbers here would love to experience the same that was recorded last season when they beat Caps United by 2-0. But we have seen quite a number of matches, and Kokeli, you have also been a part of these exciting fixtures. Remember the 4-1, which also featured yours truly, and the later Damski, as you guys were leading the attack for Highlanders, winning that one by 4-1. We also saw quite a number of them. You remember the 3-3 draw here, Manasseh Mwanza, but the Caps United lineup had the likes of Haji Tambala, Ian Bakala, Atul Mabiza, Leonard Tsipa, and Brian Bata. Those were the good old days. So Caps United in their away strip, gold with a touch of green. So they are more like the gold machine this afternoon.
Looking like the golden green machine now. Like you're talking about the good old days between these two teams. It's been a rivalry with great moments. Let's hope today is going to be another rivalry that shows great moments. With the goal that Highlanders just scored today, it looks like it's going to be a great day for football lovers.
And looking at Caps United, who are, in most of the occasions, they seem to be playing a 3. Chapusha tucks in when they are defending, but that issue of pace that we're talking about, it's going to be an interesting one. Brighton Manire and Bruce Kangwa at the heart of that defense. It's going to be interesting. Manire, as Chapusha pushes it back. Harmony pumps it forward. as Highlanders are coming forward. Crude tackle, but the referee is blown. And the Highlanders fans are not happy. They expected a delayed action there, Bruce Kangwa.
Like you're talking about, that could have been a play on for Highlanders because Rawushi was straight in front of goal.
Highlanders fans feel that the referee's decision has affected them because they were breaking loose there. However, the centreman had to flash his yellow card and continually picking these cards. Two defenders already for Caps United on yellow cards. Alarm bells already, especially with Highlanders going forward.
Highlanders have brought in 3 forwards. Their intentions are showing, and all these forwards are hard running strikers. You look at Brighton Ngube, a hard running striker, strong on the ball, is comfortable with the ball. Rawushi, another tricky player. All these forwards, they're really fast, and it's going to be a really long day for the aging Caps United defense.
So this encounter has always been very friendly but very competitive. As you are seeing there, the tackles are flying everywhere, but it's always a friendly atmosphere. Prince Ndlovu will keep that one in play. Talent Dube beats his marker. Hastings, Ativagoni. But that one safely to the goalkeeper, Harmony Nare. And Caps United will want to slow the match as much as they can, especially knowing that Highlanders has speed merchants in their lineup. Rawuji playing a bit deeper this afternoon compared to the other matches. Can Manija keep that one in play? Yes, he will. Still Manija with a cross, but that one was just taken wide. So Highlanders starting very well. They've started very well. Caps United have been a bit slow. And I'm sure that the Caps United faithfuls, while they will be a bit unsettled owing to how the team has performed so far, they'll be hoping for some changes that can bring in a bit of some spark going forward.
Yeah, like we said, we thought the changes that coming in, they're looking at controlling the game, but right now Highlanders is on top of Caps United.
Shandirwa, a very impressive midfielder on his day. Let's see that crosser headed away by Talent Ndlovu. Prince Ndlovu miscues that one. Mason Mushore, one young man who hardly puts a foot wrong. Look at the issue of pace. That's Maninja against Bruce Kangwa. Miscues that one under challenge. Mutuza. Well read there. Rawuji. The referee says play on. Bolo. As you know that the other encounter taking place in the capital, it's Dynamo's taking on Chickenin. It's always an exciting encounter as well, that one.
Always an exciting encounter with Chickenin going in there. Another Southern Region team playing under pressure with Joey Antipas at the helm. The team seems to be really struggling. This year they've been drawing a lot of games than winning.
Never Rawuji being attended to there. He has to be stretchered off. There's one player that has a knack of an unfortunate knack of picking up injuries that force him out of a number of matches, yet a very slippery forward. Even during his days at Bulawayo Chiefs,
He's one player who's really always a threat to the defenders. And if you are that kind of player, that is bound to happen. That is bound to happen.
Free kick to Highlanders. Maninja just a handful to the Caps United midfield. Free kick. Lakmo Mutumbi to take that one. Mason Mushore. Atandofo is looking for Maninja. That ball behind. That ball behind that they've been playing. The far side assistant referee initially had indicated a corner kick. The referee didn't seem to have seen what had happened, and then the far side, they had to change his mind and say no, it's a goal kick.
These Highlanders fans will make you change your decision. You know, playing in a crowd like this. You know, Highlanders is a team where if the team is winning, the fans will come and support the club. So with the way the team is playing, it's not surprising to see the number of fans that are coming to the games these days.
Dangerous pass from Manire. Very dangerous. A throw in to Highlanders. A hospital pass there from Manire. You know, sometimes when you're playing it deep into midfield, you need to make sure that the receiving player is well positioned and is ready for that pass. Because once he's pickpocketed, you know that you are in trouble.
Yeah, with the pace of Highlanders forwards, that's going to be a really problem if Brian keeps on losing the ball like that.
Rabuji was trying something speculative from there. Rabuji to Maninja. He was trying to thread it through there to Rizin Sivanda. But that one was well read. Mason Mushore now. Free kick.
Brighton Mube seems to have upped his game with a lot of assists coming from him. As you saw last year, Linot was the benefactor of Brighton Maninja's assist.
Prince Ntofu. Throw in to Caps United. Bruce Kangwa. Melikaya. Phineas Bamuzi with a through ball, but well read there. So Highlanders wanted to catch Cape United, suck them into their own half, then play the long ball behind. Yuan Mutuza. Chapusha. Free kick to Caps United. Mason Mushore on Mabiala Love. He's one player that will not shy from a tackle, Mason Mushore. So Tanaka Shandiro set to take this free kick. Highlanders will have to defend this one. Remember that it was a cross flighted from this same side that threw away the 2 points that were seemingly in the bag. This is Shandirwa, a beautiful Keller. That one is headed away for the first corner kick from Kepe.
Highlanders have been defending the set pieces really, really well. If you look at the ball, when the ball is coming in, all the Highlanders players, they're looking to get to the ball and defend.
Shandiro with a Keller, and that one was cleared from the line by talent Dube. For the moment, The way they defend the set piece was caught. They were caught napping, but the ball just could not go over the line. A talent Dube with that clearance on the line, Mkokeli.
Again, like I just said, these boys, they seem to be really working really hard to defend. That was a clear-cut chance for Cape United. One will thought you will see Cape United going to this corner for celebration, but that wasn't the case.
So they'll build with Benyu. So now they try to knock it around. Johan Mutuza being the chief architect of knocking the ball around and trying to control the midfield, which will be very crucial. That long ball once again, Rizin Sibanda.
Highlanders is looking to catch the Cape United defense. I think the instruction from Kaindu is to make sure when you get the ball from the back, look at the space behind the defenders, and it's been working for Highlanders so far.
So 1-0 Highlanders leads are here. A goal scored by Rizin Sibanda. There was nothing the goalkeeper Harmony Nare maybe could have done. He was badly exposed. That long throw in there. But Rauji was in an offside position. So Cape United will build. Shandiro, that's the area that he would like to be operating in. But the execution there, not what we grew to know him to be capable of even during his days at Dynamo, Kokeli.
Shandiro, a really exciting player. One would love to see him play the way he used to play at Highlanders, at Dynamos, pardon me. Now that he's at Cape United, maybe different philosophy, maybe different kind of supporting players.
Manire loves to play it through the middle, but Highlanders are always quick. Talent goes to sleep, and it's stolen from him. Mbolo, strong lad. This is Kante with a cross into the box. Headed away there. And this could be dangerous for Cape United. It took the industry of Shandiro. Maninja, bit of a scrappy play here for a few seconds, but Rauji breaks loose. He's got the pace, goes past his marker. It plays from there. That one was, it lacked a bit of curl, but otherwise not a bad effort. Brighton Manire having a torrid time when the ball is played into space and he has to chase a striker that's coming at him.
Highlanders forwards seem to be having a party with Cape United defenders. Raoshi, Pachon Ngube, and Rizin, they're really enjoying themselves. But you know, in football, when you're really enjoying yourself, you need to take advantage of the goals as well. Get as many goals as you can, because you never know what happens in the second half.
Rabuji to Talent. Free kick. And a yellow card again to a Cape United player. That's Mabiala Love. So 3 players for Cape United now on yellow cards. Chapusha, Bruce Kangwa and Mabiala.
This is going to be a long day for Cape United. You know, with the way Highlanders is playing, they're putting so much pressure at the defenders. And now everyone gives it. If you look at them right now, almost half of the team, they are holding their backs right now. It's funny to see, but if you're a coach and you look at your players, the body language that's with Cape United right now, you should be encouraging more of the players to be really looking at the game and see how they could explore and make Highlanders really set back a little bit.
Lakmo Mutumbi to take this one. He has been rock solid in the heart of defense, together with Atan Jovu. Betum Tumbi. Mushore. The younger Mushore. That long ball behind once again, but cannot be kept in play. And Caps United would really need to find a solution to this scenario where the ball is played behind their defenders into space and they have to chase. As you can see, the fans there who are enjoying the match. Hatiwa Goni clears under challenge, but pickpocketed. The Highlanders fans agreeing to disagree with the centre man, Lawrence Zimondi. Hatiwa Goni pushes it out for a throw-in by the Mpankweni stand there. Cross into the box, a header! Can you keep it in play? No, he cannot.
Caps United again, they need a forward who's really hungry. They need a forward who's really aggressive in terms of trying to get a goal. But right now, with the way they are playing, that goal is gonna take a while for it to come.
The goal to take a while to come. It's not been a great hunting ground at Babafield Stadium for Makepekepe. As Highlanders are coming forward. Shandira. He's been working very hard in the middle of the park for Caps United. Prince Ndlovu. This is still Prince Ndlovu. He picks his marker. He's going solo. Lots of trickery on his left foot. But there it was well read, Kokeli.
Prince Ndlovu is one of the most talented left footers that I've ever seen coming from the Highlanders juniors. But you know, when you have good supporting players like Brighton Maninja up front, you give him the ball, he gives it back to you. You need to use that to your advantage, and he seems to be really doing that really well.
The Caps United fans there, Makepekepe fans, they're still believing that something can come and they'll get a reward for supporting their team as Reward Musa pumps it forward for Highlanders. That long ball behind, and again Brighton Manire a bit slow, almost causing problems for himself. Throw in to Caps United. In quite a long time now, the best that they've got from Babafield Stadium has been draws. Otherwise, Highlanders has found the going very well for themselves.
With their hope that it continues to go well for themselves today, with that one goal lead, it looks like it's gonna be a great day for the Bosso fans.
So the referee having a word there with the two players who were tussling. A turn inside the box! And that one is cleared. That's a dangerous tackle there. Free kick to Caps United at a very promising position. Very promising position for Makepekepe.
A 50-50 tackles, which the referee decided to go the Caps United way. These chances, they should make sure they get a goal out of this, because they haven't been creating enough chances to get a goal. So when set pieces come, I hope they've been working hard on their set pieces, and we'll see just in a few moments if they can get that correct.
And the big question is, are we going to see the nets barging there? Does Caps United have a deadly set-piece specialist? Back in the days, you knew there were set-piece specialists, the likes of Joel Shambo. But it's something that is no longer there, because during a particular season, you knew that those areas, the likes of Mercedes Sibanda, you look at different teams, they would all be having a dead ball specialist. But nowadays, you struggle to find those. Let's see if Shandirwa, who's there, will produce something for Makepekepe. Very, very dangerous position.
Very, very dangerous position indeed. With the referee making sure that everything is in order. Lloyd must be really, really hoping that he can get something from this.
Reward Musa barking instructions on how he wants his defenders to position themselves. How will this one be taken? Outswinger, oh, it's going to try to kill it round the hole to the near post. It's Shandirwa. That one is a beautiful one, but it's headed away. But already an offside call being spotted. Caps United wasting an opportunity there.
That's really disappointing if you look at Caps United's situation right now. I wonder if the players that are inside, they understand what's the stake today.
The beauty of football there, you saw the friendly atmosphere that exists between these two sides. Very competitive but friendly, as you managed to see there, Caps United and Highlanders fans seated together. You always get this between these two sides. Lots of excitement that we expect. Through ball there. And Reward Musa had to come off his box there to clear that one to safety. Lovely turn, but cleared away. Once it bounces there, it's a problem that they can put themselves in. Bruce Kangwa and Brighton Manire having a bit of a difficult time contending with Maninja or Rizin Simanda.
The strikers have been interchanging and making sure each moment the ball comes up front, those guys are under pressure. Kaindu must have read this game plan really, really well, because it seems to be really working for Highlanders.
No William Manondo, Junior Bunjira on the bench, and no Lord Chiwunga. Those are the people who ensured Caps United got 3 points last season at Rufaro Stadium in that comeback victory. That Kelvin Kaindi will want to forget. That one will be a goal kick to Highlanders. As you see the beauty of Soweto stand there, pegged. Highlanders fans are still believing in their side. Bet start as Zangezi Platinum Stars are flying away on 13 points despite having dropped points yesterday.
Yeah, it's really lovely to see a club like Ngezi Platinum being patient with the coaches. This is something that is not regularly done in Zimbabwe. A lot of clubs are really fast to sack coaches, but Ngezi have been really patient, and it's been paying off now.
Benyu to Shandirwa. Lovely touch. Good shielding work there from Hativagoni for a goal kick to Highlanders. So as we're saying, that Ngezi Platinum on 13 points, currently leading the log standings. Scotland FC, who also dropped the points against Yada. Kamabiliat getting his first goal of the season there. Scotland are on 11, same as Simba Bora as well as Moors. But the surprise package so far has been Tel One, and not just Tel One, but Navaya, who's the leading goal scorer. He has been banging those goals as Highlanders come forward with Manija. Ramushi! And that one will go out for a goal kick to Caps United.
These Highlanders forwards, they are playing really good football, and what amazes me is how they are passing to each other. in most clubs you see forwards that don't really pass to each other. So it shows some unity. It shows that these forwards are in sync, because if both players are playing up front and they're passing each other, it will yield to a lot of goals.
So a victory this afternoon for Highlanders will take them to 9 points, same as Green Fuel, who are currently seated on 7th position. Caps United on an unfamiliar 17th position. A cross is brought in, punched away there by Reward Musa, but danger not averted. Once again, Reward, this one should be tucked in, but Reward Musa to the rescue once again. 3 saves in a space of seconds for Musa, making his call for being the main number 1 Kokeli.
Like I said before the match, this kid has really done himself well in terms of playing in the developmental side for Highlanders. He went to,
as you can see, that one, it was almost an own goal. It was almost an own goal, but Reward Musa was quicker to the rescue there. Lakmo Mutumbi almost had the ball to his own net. Once again, wasted set piece there from Makepekepe, who are 17th on the log standings. Yes, 17th with 4 points. But as I said, it's just a 2 points difference with Highlanders. Triangle with just 1 point. That draw against Highlanders.
Yeah, it's been a sad sight to see for Caps United in terms of the log standings. This is a big traditional team, and they mustn't be there in terms of history. But you know, football is not history. You have to play really hard and show your poise and get those points. And today is one of those games where they desperately need these points.
They desperately need these points. And Caps United getting those half chances that ordinarily you expect them to bury. But it's been a struggle for Caps United. They got their goal in the first match against Scotland in that 1-1 draw, where Jaden Bakare, who's on the bench, scored. Poor distribution there. It's a good effort. But that one goes over the crossbar with the Reward Musa indicating that I had it covered. I was talking about Caps United that against Scotland in their first match, it finished 1-1. They had to come back from behind, stealing that point after Perfect Chikwende had scored for Green Fuel. So Caps United try to build again. But it's in the final third, that final pass in that final third, that has not been happening for Caps United.
You would think with the quality of the midfield that Caps United has, they should be creating more chances. And even the lone striker Emmanuel Bolo, he hasn't done much really to show that he's a striker that wants to get goals.
That foul there on Rawuji, dangerous foul, dangerous tackle there. But the referee will just give a warning. Prince Ndlovu. Cross. A chance for Highlanders! And that one is a chance that has gone begging. Rizin Swanda, for starters, was supposed to bury it. He could not. Maninja had a second opportunity. He also could not bury that one. It's the chances that are going begging, Mkokeli.
You know, there's always
look at that. Rizin Swanda could not. And Maninja miscuing it.
I was about to say, there's always a need for a striker to be really calm in the box. With those chances, the that fell to reason. He should have just took a first touch and be calm in front of the box. And it comes again to Maninja. He should have just taken another touch. And the goalkeeper was not even in front of goal. So there is really need for strikers today to be really calm in front of goal.
So Highlanders are missing an opportunity. And that one will be a goal kick to Makepekepe. I'm sure that they will feel like they've really survived this afternoon. Are we going to see yet another Scotland scenario where Highlanders had the chances, they did not take them, and at the death of that encounter, Scotland picked up that priceless equalizer. Long ball.
Forwards really need to take responsibility in front of goal. They need to put away those chances so that Highlanders can be really, really comfortable going forward.
So Caps United has only managed to score 2 goals so far this season. And maybe it's clear what we are seeing this afternoon. Jaden Bakari is the one who has scored for Makepekepe, as well as Eric Manokore. So you can tell that the strikers have been firing blanks, and the coach Lloyd Chitembo has a torrid time in trying to deal with that situation.
I'm a firm believer of playing 2 strikers. You know, sometimes we tend to look at information that we see on TV. We see on TV. And we want to use them here, but the quality of players, they differ.
They indeed differ. Hamoninare. Dangerous. This is dangerous play from Caps United. Hamoninare with Tanaka Shandiro. Very unnecessary when they're playing this pass through the middle of the park. It's more often than not gets stolen, and they put themselves in unnecessary pressure at all. It's better maybe to start it wide, but they continue and they insist in starting in the middle of the park.
Now it shows the players' awareness. Are they aware of what's happening right now? Because 2 or 3 chances that have come for Highlanders through pressurizing the defense with that pass coming in the middle.
And they come through, Highlanders. So this is Prince Mshofu. He could not take charge of that one. Bruce Kangwa had to recover for Makepekepe. A cross! Headed over by Rawuji. But Prince Mshofu there, he had broken loose again at centre-backs for Caps United static.
Centre-backs are really, really struggling. But you're talking about age. But age is just a number. Look at the recovery that Bruce Kangwa just made. Without his pace, we'll be looking at a second goal for Highlanders.
Kangwa there with a sliding tackle that put Maninja off. This was Prince Ndlovu. He was supposed to protect this one, but Kangwa showing all the wealth of experience that he has. Remember, he's playing against his former paymasters. Also played for Azam. He captained Highlanders. Before that, and at one time he was a striker for Highlanders, banging in the goals. I remember his partnership with Knox Mtizwa and Prince Dube.
In an exciting partnership that was, but experience shows with Bruce Kangwa his ability to play numerous positions. It adds value to Cape United.
So throw in to Highlanders. Talent Dube. They call him Gundwane. Takes a throw in. So they call him Gundwane, and there is also Andrew Mbeba at Highlanders. Long ball forward. That one is a dangerous one now. Cape United failed to finish one. Mutuza with the goalkeeper beaten. 2 minutes of added time in this first half, but Kokeli, if you cannot take those chances with a yawning net before you, what more do you require?
If you look at this chance,
Look at that. Goalkeeper beaten.
But that touch from Reward Musa, it made the player uncomfortable. Reward Musa has been really playing well, but again, it must be really frustrating for Caps United. Loichi Tembe must just ask the gods what's happening today.
Corner kick number 2 for Makepekepe at the Soweto stand there. Long ball. Header! That one is cleared off the line. It came off the crossbar, bounced on the line. The referee looking at his assistant, who says it did not cross the line. Highlanders survives them, Kokeli. And he goes to consult his assistant after the referee, the Caps players were mobbing the assistant there, led by their captain. They insist that it did not. Let's see that replay there. It was a good cross. Lovely header there. Came off the line. Came off the line and cleared out. It did not cross the line. Unlucky for Caps United in Kokeri. Very unlucky. It did not cross the line, that one.
This is really sad for Caps United. They are trying everything to get that goal. I feel like if they get that one goal, everything changes for Caps United.
Another cross from Shandirwa. That one is cleared. He keeps it in play. Caps United now trying to get that equalizer before the break. But seems looks like Highlanders a bit disjointed at this moment, or these chances that have been created by Caps United and settling them.
Yes, it seems like Highlanders are really getting their heels back. But you know, sometimes.
Shandirwa, you don't need to do that in front of the official. As you are seeing the fans there, the Highlanders fans predominantly. Shandirwa may be in trouble if the official views it as that he purposely hit the Highlanders defender. Although he's protesting that he wanted to make a throw-in, and then Mutumbi, rather Rawuji, came in front of him, but that's dicing with unnecessary cards for Shandirwa there.
Yeah, it looks like the referee is calling for the players to speak to them. Let's see what the referee decides. But sometimes, you know, I don't like players who just fall on the ground like that to incite the ref to give the yellow card, because there was really nothing there.
There wasn't much there. As the referee blows to end the first half. The first half not very electrifying, but the chances were created. The Highlanders took one of theirs. Caps United will feel like the chances that they got, they should at least be 1-1 or 2-1 up in this encounter. Kokeli.
This is a game of chances. You know, Highlanders took their early chance, and the Caps have been struggling to get the goals. Look at how in the last 5 minutes Caps were on Highlanders, but they couldn't get that goal they're looking for.
When luck is not on your side, these are the things that you experience. You want to just wish that luck could be on your side. So as we go to the breather, it's 1-0 in favor of Highlanders. That goal scored by Rizin Sivanda, who grabbed his second goal for this current campaign. Caps United fans there still believing, and shortly we will be crossing to our pitch side crew of Valentine Mabugu. as well as Dalubushe Pepe, who will be taking us through what has been happening in the first half. As we go to the breather, it's Highlanders leading here at Barberfield Stadium by 1-0. Reason Smanda, the scorer in that exciting first half that we've been watching. Stay tuned for some more action from the center of the circle with Valentine Mabugo.
There's only one place to find all your favorites, but sometimes this happens. E16 errors are caused by a few different things, but they are easy to clear without fuss or queues. Just dial your country's USSD code, select Fix Errors, enter your IUC number, and select the error code E16. Or scan this QR code to download the new My DSTV app. Tap the Fix button on the homepage, select E16 error from the drop-down menu, and tap Clear Error. Staying connected to your home of entertainment is always in your control with DSTV.
The second coming of Christ vanofara kukuzivisai kuti vakatigadzirira zvidzidzo zvakanangana nezororo reEaster. Musi weFriday 18 April paZBC TV.
9 dzemangwanani kusvika 10 paRadio Zimbabwe. 5 past 11 mangwanani kusvika na 12.
Musi weSaturday 19 April pane zvirongwa zviri paZBC TV.
11 dzemangwanani kusvika na 12 na 5 dzezuva roira to 5:30.
PaRadio Zimbabwe pane zvirongwa zviri zvakare.
7 dzemanheru kusvika na 8 na 20 past 8 dzemanheru kusvika na 9.
Musi weSunday 20 April pane zvirongwa zviri paZBC TV.
10 dzemangwanani to 11 na 4 dzezuva roira kusvika na 5.
Pane zvirongwa zviri zvakare paRadio Zimbabwe.
2 dzemasikati kusvika na 3 na 10 past 6 dzemanheru kusvika na 7.
Musi weMonday 21 April paZBC TV.
5 dzezuva roira kusvika na 6
paRadio Zimbabwe.
5 past 10 dzemangwanani kusvika na 11.
Izvi zvidzidzo zviri kuuya kututsira pane zvagara zviripo every Saturday and every Sunday. Every Saturday on ZBC TV.
5 dzezuva roira to 5:30
paRadio Zimbabwe.
20 past 8 dzemanheru kusvika na 9.
Every Sunday on ZBC TV.
10 dzamangwanani kusvika na 11
paRadio Zimbabwe.
2 dzemasikati kusvika na 3.
Ngatisanganei pachirongwa The Second Coming of Christ.
Indeed, what a match, what an encounter we have. Not a lot of chances created, and indeed we've got one goal. Yes, it might not be what the neutrals would have loved to see. They love to see that net shaking, but so far this hasn't been the case. Only once it has been shaken, and of course with what has been happening, with what has been happening, and of course I don't know how. No. Can you move? We apologize for that. Indeed, of course, the fans get overexcited. It's part of the passion and of the game. They will always want to be a part of this. What a match at Dalubushe as we look at the first half. Highlanders getting that early goal, very important for them to settle at this stadium. How crucial and how important was that goal that came through as early as the 4th minute or 3rd minute it was?
Yeah, like I said, Cape United was going to use the right side of the field, and what Highlanders did is they overloaded that side where there is talent, and they brought in Prince, and they were supposed to wait for that overlap. As soon as you attack them, then they quickly bring that ball back and use and exploit that kind of space. And look, it really paid off as early as the 2 minutes of the game. So I think what is really important for them right now is not to sit back and say we've won this game, because we know they usually struggle, and already telltale signs were showing around the 28th minute of the game, as they allowed Cape United to really play in the middle of the park, because Shandira, Leroy were really controlling that midfield, and for me Melikaya was really struggling to contain them. But what a crucial goal. It gives them a bit of an advantage, but the better part of the first half then was Cape United in control, Vale.
Indeed, again, that sickness that has haunted Cape United, Kokeli, keeps haunting them again. Again, the same man, two opportunities that he could have easily buried in that view was decisive, but it wasn't to be.
It's really, it must be really painful for Lloyd to just look at what's happening. They've been dominating the midfield. His plan of putting 5 midfielders has been working, but now when we go up front to try to get that final pass, that's where the struggle has been. But I would like to applaud Coach Kaindu for his game plan. He realized that there's so much space behind the ball, behind the Cape defenders. Those defenders are really slow, and you're getting Bruce Kanga doing overtime. Because if you look at Brighton Manire, is slow. The moment Highlanders get the ball, they're looking to pass behind the defense. It's been working for Highlanders.
Let's look at the height advantage that Cape United enjoy. We've seen the number of crosses that have come in. Yes, they've missed. They haven't really got them on target. But this could be the weapon surely Cape United can use against what looks like a very short Highlanders defense.
Yeah, definitely they've got a problem in terms of their jumping ability, and some of us would really be worried, because the two centre backs don't really challenge to win the ball. They just challenge for the sake of challenging, and Cape United has always been getting those crosses. And look, I think the best thing for Highlanders is to try and block those crosses from coming, because this is the strength where Cape United have. Pamusi brings quality crosses. And you see on the right as well, crosses are really coming nice and easy for them. But Mbolo, for me, I think he's been trying very, very hard. You know what? Football at times is very cruel. I think Cape United deserve to have scored from all these raids. But unfortunately, it didn't hit the net.
The net didn't bulge as expected, and they were hoping that the net would really bulge. But let's look at Highlanders themselves, the chances that they've created as well. They're about 2-3 that they could have scored in Kokeli there with better precision as well. Your take in terms of how Kaindu now needs to play come the second half?
He needs to encourage the forwards to get goals. If you're forward and if you're in the box, you need to be really, really calm. If you look at the chance where Raushi missed the chance and it fell to Brighton Ngube, he should have took another touch. You know, these things you can't coach. Sometimes it's painful for coaches. Dalu, Artes, these things they're instinctive. You have to be instinctive to be in front of goal. You take a touch and you get that goal. I hope those chances won't come to haunt Highlanders.
And of course, looks like, I don't know how you're giving it the upper in terms of chances created in this encounter, and who needs to do better in terms of upfront. Both sides have missed chances collectively, and but an overly entertaining game nonetheless, and a good contest to say the least. Now looking into the second half, what do you think that is Lloyd Tembwe needs to do or say to his players looking at his bench?
I think basically he needs to maintain what he has done, because to be pretty honest with you, he's been doing everything right. It is only the goal that is not coming. And for Highlanders, they are tiring. I spoke about this the previous game versus Scotland. I don't think their fitness levels are still there, because the mistakes that they are making in front of the goal, they are quite dangerous mistakes. And the moment you lose that kind of concentration, it means fatigue for me is really taking the better of them. I think they're supposed to do a lot of high intensity training, and so that when they are under pressure, they are able to be stable. But for Highlanders, I don't think the changes are really necessary for now. The only thing is they are supposed to close that middle of the park. Mushore and Melika are really supposed to protect the two centre backs, and that is the young men Lakmo and other.
Goals are not coming. He's got Shintulu on the bench. What's the take? If you're legitimate, I'm putting, your head on the block on this one. What would you do? What can you do? There's little that you can do in terms of conversion, but the creation has been there, which means the tactics are okay, but it is the scoring that is not happening.
Sometimes football is cruel. You need luck. You need luck. He's been doing everything. His game plan has been solid. It's just a matter of them getting that first goal. I feel like if they get that first goal, more goals are going to come. From Bolo, he's been really working hard. He needs more supply as well. He's trying to come to the right, to the left, to look for the ball. He needs more clear-cut chances. And it's one player.
Still maintain 1-0.
1-0.
I'll still give it to Highlanders.
There you have it. I don't know about you fans at home. Just go on our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. As right now, let's cross over to Mpangazita Spangusa Doto as it gives us live commentary of this exciting encounter. It's Highlanders lead by a goal to nil.
We're getting ready to kickstart the second half. And welcome to Barberfield Stadium. For those that just joined us, it's the battle of the cities, as it's usually termed. Highlanders are taking on Caps United at Emagumeni. Highlanders leading by 1-0. That was scored by Rizin Sibanda. A few formalities before action can get underway. As Zimondi, the man at the center, he says, let's go. And it's Caps United attacking from right to left. Highlanders in their familiar black and white stripe attacking from left to right. Good start from Kepe. Across! But that one was too deep for anything to materialize from it. And so it would be a goal kick to Lloyd Chitembo's man. Reward Musa to take that one. It's that interesting phase of the game, Mkokeli, where Highlanders fans will be starting to look at it and say, we have led before. It's not the first time for us to lead, but something has gone wrong, as you are starting to see Caps United now finding spaces. We're going to see a yellow card. Flashed that to Mason Mushore. So Caps United are now starting to use that wing play. Initially, we were talking about them trying to go through the middle and there was no way through. But just from resumption, we've seen them going wide and they've found space to go past the wing backs for Highlanders.
Yeah, if you look at the first half, Caps United dominated in the midfield with their 5 creating a lot of chances.
And that one is cleared. Danger not averted. Mushore. Once it bounces, Rizin. Here's a chance! And that one Hamoninare had to stand tall and be calm and composed. Otherwise, they were in trouble. Brighton Manire should not allow the ball to bounce behind him. Once it's played behind him, he doesn't have the pace, and his back pass was very tame.
Yeah, Brighton Manire, he's been really struggling with the Highlanders forward space. As you could see, he should have just took a touch to his left side. That was going to be much better than trying to get a back pass to the goalkeeper.
So, great job done there by Hamoninare. As you can see, Lloyd Chitembo having a word with Manire. And then others at their usual spot, up there dicing with death. Manire just 2 minutes from the break, and looks like his mouth is very dry now.
Yeah,
it's the heat and the heat.
It's the heat from the sun and the heat from the Highlanders forwards. It's a great thing. It's a great thing for Kaindu to see a defender coming back from half time and already being given instructions.
It is Bruce Kangwa. So that one going out for a throw-in to Highlanders. No changes made at half-time, although it's seen some Caps United players were warming up at half-time. I'm sure that it wouldn't be surprising if we see a change or two in the first few minutes of this second half. Highlanders has not knocked the ball around. It's been a case of creating chances as Melikaya is pickpocketed. He does the same. Danger not averted. This match is begging for clear-cut passes, free-flowing football. We have not yet seen that. This is Kante. Lovely turn. Benyu. Blind passes are the order of the day. You know, these two sides. There's another blinder there. Mistake that had been made there by Bruce Kangwa. These two defenders, Bruce Kangwa and Brighton Manire, they have a mistake whenever they have a ball and they dilly-dally with it.
It's been mistake after mistake for these defenders. If I'm Coach Kaindu, I'm bringing another forward, maybe change the formation just to make sure it's one versus one at the back, because these defenders are really struggling with one-on-one defending. And
a dangerous one there as he was sliding there, being the last man, you catch your man, the next thing is you are early for the showers. And a mistake again, but a quick recovery. A free kick to Highlanders. Athandovu brought down.
Emmanuel Mbolo has been trying really hard to find space and to get the ball, but that final pass that comes to him has been eluding him. It should be a concern for Lloyd Chitembo, because you have these ball playing midfielders in the game, yet the striker is not getting those clear-cut chances.
Getting to a point of being frustrated at times, resulting in those rash challenges. And that one now will be allowed to trickle to the goalkeeper, Hamoninare. Hasn't been forced to any serious saves, but the chances have been there. Yuan Mutuza. Cross. A bit of composure could have done the trick there.
It seems the both sets of attackers, when they get in the box, they seem to rush. We need strikers coaches. We need strikers coaches to be teaching these boys to be calm in the box. Because the moment you are in the box, you are the king of the box. If someone touches you, you can earn a penalty from that. We need a lot more of education to these to our forwards. That the moment you're in the box, you need to take your time and not rush.
That was Mabiala Love. As Caps United are now seemingly controlling the midfield battle. And Mason Mushore needs to be very careful. Remember, he just picked a yellow card not long ago. Highlanders are struggling a little bit now as Caps United are slowly coming back into this match. As you can see, that tackle almost from behind. And you're already sitting on a yellow card. It's at the center circle. There's no serious danger of note. Sometimes you just let your man go and you try to shepherd him away from danger. As they see the Highlanders substitute warming up.
That's when the mental aspect of the game comes in. Are you aware of what's happening around you? Are you aware of the situation that you can bring your team down by getting another yellow card? You know, some of these youngsters, they need to be reminded. You know, Highlanders is lacking a lot of senior players, hence leadership as well. You know, you need someone to just let the youngster understand that if he makes a foul, another foul, he might get a card.
Mason Mushore, and Maninja is offside. He could not read his run there properly. He had sights for goal, and he outran the defender's last line. Caps United rescued there. But the poor ball control, you know, these basics that we have always known. You know, we watched the likes of Joel Shambo. I spoke about them. We watched Blessing Yogo Makunike the late. We also watched the Johannes Ngodzos, watched the Willard Mashinkila Kumalos in this fixture. Surely ball control was of the highest order.
Ball control was of the highest order, but at the same time, we need to understand the pressure that comes with being second from bottom. You know, you're trying everything and it's not going your way. So many chances coming your way and not getting those goals. So again, these players need to be strong enough to understand that as well.
And Bamusi, that's what he usually does. Take on his men, wins a free kick and a yellow card. Flushed out there to Hastings. To Hativa Goni, and he is appealing that it's my first foul, but well, the laws of the game will say that it's a bookable offense, and it's at the referee's discretion. That clause is always one that some fans don't want to hear about, at the referee's discretion. So free kick to Caps United. Malvin Hativa Goni. Malvin Hativakoni with that free kick. He was on loan at Ngezi, but he's originally from Bulawayo Chiefs. As Caps United to take this free kick, Kelvin Mangiza behind it. Let's see how he chooses to take this one. Some of them have been poor, but opportunities have been created from such. Kante! But that one is cleared by Highlanders. Mason Mushore's long legs. And once again, you put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Doing the easy things, the simple things, is something that has not been happening for Caps United this afternoon.
Simplicity is always the best. And if you look at Caps United, they're doing the opposite right now. But on the other hand, Caps United has been dominating the second half. There's been created a lot of chances through set pieces, and I feel like this is the only way they're going to get a goal. If they keep on trying to get the wingers to be busy like they are right now, Bamusi is doing extremely well on the left side, and now it's the quality of the cross that needs to be better.
So that quality of the cross, and I'm sure that some would already be thinking about Junior Bunjira. He can bring some pace on the wing, and those crosses into the box because they've got big strikers. They've got big strikers who can score. So Highlanders talent Dube with an injury. Remember, he couldn't finish the last fixture here against Scotland. He also picked up an injury, although he was back in the following encounter against the Triangle on the road. So he's being attended to there by Shepard Kumalo as well as Lloyd Nyika for Highlanders.
It seems to be some physical issues with Highlanders. If you look at the last couple of games,
Beautiful face there.
Oh, that's an amazing face.
Amazing face. No name shape, no body shaming. Beautiful face.
Yeah.
So free kick for Makepekepe. They've been having all these free kicks. They need to take advantage of them now. Not a very good one, but also not a very good defensive job from Melikaya. Conceding corner kick, the first one for the second half for Makepekepe. And Highlanders has really gone silent in terms of attack. They've just switched off everything. Kante again with that corner kick. It's a beautiful one. And that one will be cleared out to safety. Kante. That's Shandirwa. Benyu. And the sliding tackle there from Mason Mushori. Wing play now working for Caps United.
Caps United dominating the second half. They've been doing that through the wing plays. And it's just unfortunate that they're not using their set pieces, because they've been getting quite number of set pieces just in the last few minutes. Hoping that can change.
Manire should be a long one into the box. But set it away. Benyu. Kante. But that one is an aimless one. And a breather that Highlanders would really have loved, so that they can try and sort themselves up. Some leadership, somebody who can step on the ball and dictate. There is a popular Bulawayo singer, Msheznana, among some of those fans there who are watching the action. Another blind pass. What we've been witnessing is some Highlanders players are warming up. And one of those being Mvelo Koza, the right back.
Coach kind of seems to be really frustrated right now, as things are not going his way.
And Caps United are controlling everything as it happens right now. Looks like their press is working for them. They've really pinned Highlanders. Clearance from Nare. Highlanders are finding the going tough as Caps United. Smabiala Love wins a throw-in on that Mpanko in the end.
This is a critical moment for Highlanders. They really need to stay focused right now. But again, like we're talking about the leadership qualities, I don't see any one of Highlanders players telling the other players to calm down, or sometimes in the game situation, gamesmanship comes in.
They're missing Andrew Mbeba, the captain. He's full of talking. And that energy is being missed. Highlanders, and it's also at that stage when your team is dipping like this, when you need the fans to come and assist them. But we have seen a new trend where the fans will celebrate a goal, but when the team is needing the support, they will be quiet. Bruce Kangwa. So
he needs to be really careful. Bruce Kangwa is on a yellow card.
Look at that. Crunching tackle. and alone can testify.
That's an old school tackle right there.
So a change. Prince Ndlovu out. Hubert Ncube comes in. Prince Ndlovu had fizzled out of this match. Remember, he had missed action for a couple of weeks owing to injury. That tackle from Bruce Kangwa, strong tackle.
I'm kind of worried about the number of players that are getting injured for Highlanders.
So Brian Ndlovu comes, Brian Lochwa comes in for Talent Dube. An interesting change from Highlanders. A centre back brought in for a left back, possibly now changing to 3 at the back. Because Talent Dube was playing as a left back. We'll see how they shape up. Blind pass, which has been the order of the day. Bamusi win a free kick. This is the stage for changes, and I'm sure Caps United will also be making a double substitution shortly. Some pace is going to be expected at this stage. Kangwa. Benyu with a touch there. Caps United fluffing a chance. On 2 separate occasions, they should have buried this one.
These are chances that should be hitting the net. But some great exchange of play from Benyu and Emmanuel Mbolo.
Mbolo could not finish. And Caps United continue to miss chance after chance. They've had more clearer opportunities as we see this change. And that man, Junior Bunjira, now set to be introduced. He's coming on for Makepekepe. Kundai Benyu calling it a day.
Looks like Junior Bunjira and Jadon Bakari.
Manokore is also coming in.
Captain.
Tinotenda Ditima.
And it's a strange change as well, bringing a defender at this particular moment. But you never know, maybe that change works.
Especially with bringing in Bujira, maybe they now want to get that height into the box, a player that will get into the box, and then they try and bring in those crosses. There was a man running wide who wanted the pass, but Rauji opted to beat his man for the second time, and he killed that move.
Sometimes playing simple football is more effective. You know, you could have got a chance. The youngster just made a good run on the left side.
Hastings Chapusha as more Caps United substitutes are warming up. I saw Rodwell Chinyengetere, remember, former top goal scorer, deadly striker on any day. You should expect him to be brought in. A poor effort there by Mason Mushore. And Caps United will break away now. This is Bunjira. He enjoys taking on his men. He takes on one. He tries a second one. Unsuccessful on the second attempt. Offside. That should be offside. Caps United has been playing this offside trap. So far it has worked well for them.
It's working well for them for now, but with the pace of the Highlanders forward, that's a risk to take. But
and another risk there, but it pays off. Highlanders seem to be just pumping the ball forward. But midfield lacking a general, somebody who can dictate proceedings, your Willard Kumalo type, your Johannes Ngozo type, somebody who steps on the ball. As we continue to see some fans, some tradition out there, culture. It's always beautiful for us to be able to support. Look at those kids. It's a family sport and they're clad in their traditional regalia. Yeah, you can mix and support your team with traditional regalia. Mushore. Manire. The long ball. And we are seeing this pump it forward type of action and the Highlanders fans getting a bit agitated with that. They've grown to know football that it started from the back. The likes of Delio Capena, Tulani Nube.
The fans, when they come to the stadium, they're using their money to come and watch beautiful football. And when players pump the balls up, it's not a great sight to see.
As they try to break that offside trap again, and like you said, Kokeli, Caps United playing that high line, but you can get red and somebody else will go with that run knowing that the defenders will be static and you will be in trouble. A clearance from Highlanders.
They are playing that high line but dangerously, because if you look at the way the Highlanders forwards are really anticipating every ball that goes their way, so they should be really careful with that trap. And we still yearn to see some passes, knocking the ball around. An exhibition of Zimbabwean football, some fans there. They're just following proceedings. And I'm sure that they're also begging for some excitement on the field of play. Besides the chances being created, they're begging for some free-flowing passing football. Tens there. Can't be kept in play. And throw into Caps United. That was Ativa Gone. Flicked over by Bunjira. Melikaya. That ball behind again. The offside traps. The offside trap comes to the rescue again of Caps United. They've opted to work with this one. And for the Highlander strikers, by now surely they should have realized how to play this offside trap and find their own counter trap. It comes again to the awareness of the players. Do you know where you are at that particular moment? You know, with the way Highlanders are playing from the back, it's just a long searching ball up front. And you should know where you are as a forward.
As you see some fans there, they're enjoying every moment. Their team Highlanders leading by 2-0, scored by Rizin Sivanda. Early stages of this encounter. Athandlovu again pumping it forward to no man's land. And just hoping that something can come out of it.
It's really frustrating. I can imagine what it is for the coach and the fans that are watching out there. Caps playing a little much better, with trying to possess the ball and control the game.
Caps United now knocking the ball around with ease. The coming in of Manokore. They're moving the ball nicely. As Highlanders fans break into song.
This is something that these players need to hear and feel motivated to play really hard for the fans and try to get another goal. This is amazing, amazing things to see in such a big institution like Highlanders FC.
The fans edging their players on, and that fire catching right round the stadium. The fans are saying, wake up, we are with you, give us something. And Rawuji with the ball on the far side, an injured player. And that pressure as the fans are singing, we look at the mistakes there. Brighton Manire, there was no need for him to just try and pump it away. He was all alone, he could have controlled the ball. But the pressure from the fans, when the 12th player gets involved, things start to happen. As you can see, look at the beauty. They say, and you can see the beauty of Highlanders. It's the fans who break into song.
If only they could understand that, if they can do that all game long, it could be an edge over any other team that comes to Bulawayo. Highlanders FC has got a magnitude of fans which can really intimidate the opponents.
Corner kick. Mason Mushora to take it. They call him Party. It's a beautiful Gala! The goalkeeper could not have total control over it. And they win another corner kick. There, Harmony Nare was supposed to have a stronger punch. Or is it the pressure once again that is coming from the stands? When the goalkeeper comes off his line, be sure that you're going to get it. It was just fingertips.
But that touch was really important, because the moment it touches it, it gives it another height of the ball, elevation of the ball, and that's why the Highlanders players didn't get that. Again, the fans are really eager to get that goal.
Corner kick for Highlanders, poorly done. They will restart the formula with Reward Musa. Long ball forward. Was the offside trap broken? Looks like at that moment it was. Bruce Kangwa. You see, Caps United will not pump it long. They will knock it around going forward. But the final pass on that final third is Highlanders warming up more players. Kelvin kind of animated by the touchline. Backing some instructions there.
Highlanders look like got a really good bench. If you're looking at Faira, he's on the bench as well. You're looking at Mason's brother as well, McKinnon. You know, these are players that can come and make a difference. And we're hoping to see those changes, because this game needs a little bit of excitement, a little bit of punch, and those guys can come in and change the game.
Kangwa. Harmony, Manire, Mutuza, Nare, the green machine trying to look for those pockets. Taken away. The long ball, and poorly done there. The goalkeeper had to play the sweeper role, and he needs to, but at the same time needing to be careful to ensure that he's not lobbed over, because at times he's now playing a high line as well. He's right by the 18 area line. He needs to be careful, because some players have got that accuracy, as you saw that deft touch. Chapusha conceding a free kick.
I feel like Kaindi has made some adjustments in terms of the forwards. Rauji and Rizin, they're not going forward as much as they did in the first half. So I think it's more of trying to keep what Highlanders has. But I feel like the way they played first half, if they continue doing second half, they'll get more goals from the pressure.
Time ticking away for Makepekepe. They had the chances. Kangwa. See, the goalkeeper is now becoming that extra man. But those mistakes are always there. Come in the form of a poor ball control. As we're going to be seeing a change, is it?
No, that's an injury, a head injury for both those players. Like you just mentioned, the free-flowing football that we usually see from Cape United and Highlanders, it's not there. But now let's hope this brings excitement.
Makinon Mushore to come in for Rizin Savanda. He brings some trickery feet, and he's got some brains as well. He's a tricky customer on his day, Makinon Mushore. He's going to be a handful for Cape United. So Rizin Savanda has called it a day. Makinon Mushore, the elder brother. As you see, the Highlanders fans are enjoying by the stands. It's always lovely to see that ladies are attending, because it's a family sport. Ladies are there, children are there. That's the proper exhibition of Zimbabwean football. We call for the same in the field of play.
Exactly. If you look at Highlanders, if you are born in Bulawayo, chances are your parents love Highlanders. So they will bring you to games, and this is the result of it. When you get older, you bring your own kids, and it's such a family atmosphere. And I'm glad there hasn't been much of the violence. You know, we always talk about the fair play on and off the field, and it's quite amazing how the Highlanders fans are embracing the changes and the way that football has to be supported.
So Rizin Svanda and Maninja are calling it a day. That's Brighton Ngube. He's the first man to score a hat-trick this season in the league. Rizin Svanda with his pink and blue boots. Muvuti to come in as well. He's got a bag of tricks as well in his play.
Yeah, Brighton manager coming off. Just a new dad. Just had his girlfriend had a baby last week. A baby boy. Hopefully he's gonna follow his father's footsteps. It's so great to see these youngsters grow. You know, it gives them more responsibility, hoping that to encourage him to get more goals.
So since he's my ninja, maybe the son is ninja, or is one of the ninjas.
Yeah. Hoping he follows his father's footsteps.
So 10 minutes and referee's optional time. Tendai Muvuti, that's confirmation that he has come in for Brighton Ngube Maninja. Cape United fans on the stands there. They will still believe because at this stage, in the last encounter that was played here at Barberfield Stadium, Highlanders were leading by 1-0. But their hearts were broken with a minute to go to the end of the match. Mushore, a through ball there for Rawuji, and Bruce Kangwa had to be strong to clear that one. He has played very well as a centre back. We are not getting to see him roving, going forward. I guess it's something that Loichi Tembe likes to do. Some players, when they play certain position and he shifts them to be centre backs as they edge, they play very well. Look at Method Monjani. He was an anchorman. He dropped him to the centre back position. Very good centre back he turned out to be. As Cape United knock it around there. Bamusi. Kangwa. And that one will just go to the goalkeeper, Reward Musa. And Cape United doesn't need to do this because they've been knocking the ball well. But at the death of that match, they are making those blunders. An offside trap broken for a while. Mushore, Mason. Now we need to be precise because there is McKinnon as well. That's McKinnon with a touch. Almost through for Rawuji. But Caps United come through. Mbolo there initiating. Junior Bunjira. Cleared out of danger. Kangwa.
Caps United really dominating second half position.
That cross. Danger not averted. A chance. But that one again, Caps United cannot finish it off. McKinnon Mushore. And the through ball. Rawuji, but the fans agree to disagree with the assistant referee. They feel like Rawuji was onside. Look at the fans, how livid they are.
The fans are agitated by that call from the referee.
And one of them is a Highlanders fan, is agitated, is putting on a Liverpool jersey, a green and white Liverpool jersey. So no relationship to Caps United. And if you're a Liverpool fan, well, I can tell you that it's now 1-1, Liverpool and West Ham United. So that fan will be agitated by that offside call. And if he gets the news that his team has just conceded an own goal from Andy Robertson, he will be further livid. But here it's still Highlanders leading by 1-0. Pulled there, shed pulling.
Rawuji is having a great afternoon today. He's been a really menace to the Caps United defenders.
And I'm being told by my producers, they are saying that why not tell us about that Chelsea came back from 2-0 to 2-0. Maybe Chelsea is not so important after all.
Oh my God, Chelsea is my team. If they're coming back, then that's great news for me.
So talking about comebacks, we have seen so many comebacks against Highlanders. Will we see another one? And well, I can tell you that Liverpool has scored one more. It's now 2-1 to Liverpool. But here it's still 1-0. And just about 5 minutes, the fans, I can see a Manchester United jersey. The Highlanders jerseys as well. And Chicken Inn has just taken the lead against the Dynamos in Harare.
That would be an amazing result for Chicken Inn. They desperately need that result.
Brian Musa, the man with that goal. I'm sure Caps United will throw everything they've got at this stage, knowing that they have nothing to lose now. They have to go all out.
This is the stage where Highlanders need to be really, really careful, because the last couple of games, this is when they were conceding.
Moors leading Herentals by 1-0. So those are some of the matches here at Barberfield Stadium. It's 1-0 to Highlanders over Caps United. Chicken Inn leading Dynamos by 1-0 as well. I'm sure that Kelvin Kaindu will just want to finish this match with 3 points first before he can talk about anything else regards how they've played. He would want that relief because they've dropped the points against Green Fuel. They dropped points at the death of the match against Scotland. They dropped points as well at the death of the match. As you can see, the former Highlanders chairman there, John Fat Svanda, following proceedings with the board chairman, Lukum Kandla. Kante going solo, rides a tackle. Lovely to Bunjira. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. He brings in a cross. You know, Kante has done very well. he has made sure he gets himself involved in all the action this afternoon.
Yeah, Kante doesn't shy away from occasions. Every time he comes to Bulawayo, it doesn't matter which jersey he's wearing, he's really done a great job. And today, you kind of saw in the first half, he was really struggling, but he didn't shy away from it. He kept on playing, and he's been a really great player to watch today. Hoping that his effort can give them something.
He'll be hoping that he gets something from his efforts. He's done very well in the middle of the park. As you see, some more Highlanders fans, former committee member there, board member rather. Lovely turn, but that one could not yield anything. Former Kepe free kick to Highlanders.
This is the time to show leadership right now. When there's 3 minutes left in the game, there's need for concentration. There's need for everyone to be on their toes. And I'm hoping Highlanders have that one person who can really calm them down. I just saw right now when Ruad Musa was walking towards the ball, he took his time, and that will buy him a few seconds.
Indeed, a few seconds, buying seconds the legal way. Kante. He has been brilliant in the middle of the park. A throw in to Highlanders by the Mbankweni end. And soon it's Lloyd Chitembo there having a word with his backroom staff. Tawachera, his assistant there. Rabuji, well, he dribbled himself somehow there.
These are mistakes that happen when you're a dribbler, because you're always trying something new. You're always trying to make the defense guess. You know, sometimes you make those kind of mistakes. But he's been having a brilliant game today.
Bruce Kangwa. That one lost out there by Phineas Bamusi. Nigel Banda, the striker, is set to come on now for Highlanders. Should be Nevarawuji, who calls it a day. He took over the jersey number 21 from Peter Mudua as he left for Scotland. They called him 21 questions, and they still call him that. But Rawuji didn't manage to ask those 21 questions. Possibly Nigel will be able to ask 11 of those in the remaining minutes.
Let's hope 11 of those is another goal for the youngster, because he deserves a goal. He's been working hard. I understand the process coming on from the juniors. It's a long process, and when you finally get that chance, you know, you need to get that first goal. When you get that first goal, the fans will love you. You become a darling for Bulawayo. And for youngsters, this is what you need to do to feel the love for the Highlanders fans.
So we've hit the 90th minute now. Lloyd Chitembwe will be praying for something special. Mason Mushore with a through ball, the offside broken, but his elder brother's control letting him down there. It was a beautiful pass from Patty, as they call him, Mason Mushore, to his elder brother.
A beautiful pass and a beautiful run as well. You know, they are in sync by blood, so it just shows.
And the breakaway, Nigel Banda! Can he finish this one? He cannot! Nigel Banda with the goalkeeper to beat. He could not. It was easier just to lay the ball to his strike partner there, who would have had an empty net to deal with.
He was going to get a tap in.
And again, it's because of that high line and the offside trap. Highlanders now picking those spots, those passes through the defenders, with somebody running from deep now. As we were talking about it, look at that. The youngster broke that offside trap. He could not finish it, but the referee, Zimondi, has decided to finish the encounter. So finally, Highlanders picks 3 points, and they finally manage to keep their lead until the end of the encounter. It will be a huge relief for the fans, as you are seeing how they are celebrating.
A huge relief for the fans, a huge relief for the coaching staff, and a great first game for Reward Musa. You know, when you are coming in as a goalkeeper and the team wins and you don't concede after a numerous number of mistakes from the goalkeepers, you come in. Yes, there were a couple of mistakes that he made, but you keep a clean sheet, which is the most important thing. Highlanders are victors today because he was on goal. They are victors today because he had a clean sheet. So we must commend the young man for that as well.
Quite true. Highlanders fans and the players are celebrating. Caps United fans, they know it's alarm bells. Remember last encounter against Ngezi, some fans were mobbing the coach, Loichi Chitembwe. Yet another loss this afternoon. It will be more pressure mounting on him. But you know, you start to feel for the coaches, especially after today. Sets his team, chances are created, clear-cut chances, and they're not taken, and the coach gets to be the one who is on the receiving end.
The coach always gets the blame. When the team is winning, most of the time no one applauds the coach. The players are being applauded. When the team loses, it always comes back to the coach. And I hope today we don't see those what happened last week. It's not good for the football. It's not good for the image of the clubs as well. So it's a tough and really frustrating to see Loichi Chitembe's team lose like this.
True that some Highlanders fans there, maybe some of those, they cannot believe it that their team has won. They are enjoying the 3 points in a very different way. Some of them, as you can see, the fans starting to make their way off the stadium. So Highlanders Football Club has won this one by 1-0. A goal scored by Rizin Sibanda. He could have gave them 3 points in the last encounter against Triangle. He's the one who had scored, but Ariel Sibanda with that blunder that denied him giving his side 3 points. But this afternoon it was not to be the case.
It is such a great pleasure to see players celebrating after the game. You know, you and Blawayo, you know how many Highlanders fans, families are happy today. I feel like again, Raushi was the best player today. He really played really well. As for Caps United, I'll look at Shandirwa. He really outdid himself. He showed the passion. He wasn't scared to look for the ball. Even if they were losing, he was the one always controlling the ball and passing the ball as well.
So Highlanders are winning this one by 1-0. Rizin Sibanda, this goal scorer for Chilamoya in the first minutes, in the second minute of the encounter, winning this one by 1-0. My name is Sibongo Musa Dodo Mpangazita, being your host, together with Kokeli Dube. It's been great being with you, but at this point in time, I will cross over to our man on the pitch side, Valentine Mabugu, who is going to be talking to our analysts as well as the two teams, coaches and players. Highlanders 1, Caps United 0.
Indeed, what a game, what a match, and of course it ends with Highlanders winning this one, Dalu, by a solitary goal. Nothing much created in the second half. A dull fan to say the least, but Caps United quite unfortunate once again. They can't seem to find the back of the net.
A game of missed chances, and look, Caps United created a lot of chances, but they did not put them away. But for Highlanders as well, what creativity and you know what, all those opportunities that they had, they are failing to really convert those chances. But I think Kelvin Kaindu really got his tactics correctly because he brought in a lot of youngsters today to try and counter that issue of fatigue. So for Highlanders, I think they played very well. But for Caps United as well, that goal eluding them, but I really don't understand why, because they played very well. But the substitutions, I think for me, they are the ones that really brought the sting out, especially the coming off of Benyu. Benyu was the one who was really driving the team there, Vale.
Quite unfortunate for Caps United. Let's have a chance to speak to the coaches right now and find out what their thought process is. And of course, the Caps United coach who's going to be talking to us, the assistant coming through to have a chat with us and how they will take this one. Tough one, coach, to take. It looks like the goals are not coming. The chances are being created, but this will be a hard one to take, particularly with the chances that Caps United missed today.
Thank you. It's unfortunate because if you look at it, our boys, especially the other part of the first half, they gave it their all. They got into correct positions to score, but we're unfortunate. We had a clear opportunity where we hit the crossbar. We also had a clear opportunity where one of our strikers beat the goalkeeper, and it was cleared on the line. And it's unfortunate, but we take it because that happens in a game of football. We have to live another day. Try to work hard in training, try to work hard on players' mindsets so that they continue to be focused.
A tough one, but coach, all the best and safe trip back to the capital.
Thank you.
All right, that's the Caps United assistant coach. Tough one to take for them this afternoon, as they couldn't get that goal or two or more. But right now, I've got the triumphant coach, Kevin Kaindu. I'm sure he'll be full of smiles with today being able to manage the game for your lads today. I'm sure there were nerves getting into the last minutes because they've conceded so many goals. But it looks like something is falling into the right place, and a good victory for you today.
Yes, indeed. I think it's a good victory for us. We didn't play as anticipated, but I think it is showing some positive whereby we don't play well and we get maximum points. This game could have gone either way. Caps United had also their chances. When we scored, I think we went down again, but at least I saw a bit of improvement. One time we cleared the ball on the line. Second half, we pushed in some young players that came in. With a bit of luck, we had 2-1v1 with the goalkeeper. I think we could have scored. We realized that second half they were pressing high and creating that offside line, and maybe the first pair of strikers that started were being caught in offside, and when we spoke to the guys that were coming in, just to be patient, and that's what happened. I think with a bit of luck we could have scored another goal on top.
But I'm sure you'll be happy with keeping a clean sheet, particularly Tom, which is quite important moving forward for you.
No, I am. One good thing or something that I've seen is we are able to score in every game. If we keep that ratio, it will be good for us. But this ability of defending, there were moments that we were just living on the edge, but we thank God at the end of the day we picked up maximum points. Caps United, they fought with everything that they had. I'm sure if they can play in the other games, the performance that they showed today, I'm sure they can come out of this bad patch that they are going through.
Congratulations, coach, and well done for this victory.
Thank you so much.
There you have it, Kevin Kaindu, the victorious coach this afternoon. Well, I have to thank my two analysts, Mkokeli Tube, as well as Dalubushe Pepe, that gave us the analysis, as well as the match commentator, Spong Musa Mpangazita Jojo. And on behalf of the crew behind the scenes, my name is Valentine Mabugu. Till we do this again on match day 7, Siyabonga, Nkosi City. How? I hope you enjoyed this one. Let's do it again next time. It's bye-bye and happy viewing on ZBC TV today.